Hello, all you little yoginis. I'm Summer from Wonder Play Yoga, and I'm missing all of my students and welcoming new students with this little sunrise flow. We'll go for about 20 minutes and just have a great time with it. So first we'll come on into a seated position, and if you'd like, you could come into half lotus where you bring one leg up. Some of us can bring both feet up for full lotus, or just crisscross applesauce, whatever's most comfortable for you. And then we can take our thumb and our forefinger together, making a mudra. It's a yoga pose with your hands, and this represents knowledge and wisdom. May we gain much knowledge and wisdom while we're home all of this time. So then bringing your hands to your thighs, sit up nice and tall, and then closing your eyes. And just becoming aware of all the sounds you may hear. And bringing your awareness to your breath. Noticing the lengths of your inhales and your exhales, and trying to breathe in and out of our nose. Just trying to find this nice calmness in our own body, just following our breath. Then taking both hands to your heart, and we can keep our eyes closed or open here, and as you're breathing in, you're pushing your heart into your hands, and then as we breathe out, we tuck our chin, and you'll breathe in, lift your heart and look up, and breathing in, down. Take 5 more of these breaths on your own. Four more. Two more. And one more. And you come right back to the middle, and now you're going to take both hands to your belly button. This is called belly button breathing. So as you're breathing in, you're pushing your belly into your hands. And then as we breathe out, we curl forward. Take a breath in and bring it up. Push your belly into your hands and breathe out. Take one more of those. And breathing out. And then you can open your eyes, and if you have one leg on top, bring the opposite leg up top so we stay balanced today. And you're going to take your hands and wrap them around your elbows. You're reaching for opposite elbows. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, you tip over to one side. And you breathe in back to the middle, to the other side. So when you're breathing in, you're bringing yourself up. And then when you breathe out, you tip over. One more of those, breathe in. Back to the middle, and this time you'll take one hand up and over. And come back to the middle, over to the other side, and over to opposite side. And then you'll make a cactus arm and look up. right back out. And come back to the middle over to the other side. And then you bend your elbow, look up. It's like you're trying to look at your hand. And then we bring it over. Right back up to the middle. And then twist. So you want to make sure you sit up nice and tall. And then look over your shoulder. And take a big breath in. Come right back to the middle. And we're going to twist over to the other side. Look over our shoulder. And come right back to the middle. Arms reach up. And you're going to bring all your fingertips together and all the way to your heart. And this is our little treasure box of all good things. So imagine all of the things that you love. And imagine that your treasure box is full of those. And you're going to bring it up over your head. And you're going to look up. And then we're going to bring it down nice and slow all around us. And then you reach out front and look through your treasure box. And then bring it back and up. All the way back down, and this time we're going to bring it down to the earth. And you'll leave your little treasure box right there in front of you. Take 2 more breaths here. And then we'll use our hands and walk ourselves up. And then from here, you're going to straighten out your legs. Straighten them out in front of you. So you've got your toes pulled towards you, and we'll bring our arms up, and we can fold forward for a little stretch. Maybe you reach your feet, maybe your hands just reach your knees. Take 2 breaths here. And then we'll come right back up. Going to bend your knees, bring your hands behind your knees, and we'll come right up into a half boat. Okay, and from your half boat, you're going to rock your boat. And then next time you come up, you're going to come all the way up into tabletop. We take cow, and we call these cow and cat stretches. We look up, and then looking down. We take 2 more of those. And then we come right back to tabletop. You're going to stretch one leg back and bring it up. And then if you feel balanced, you'll bring your opposite hand up. It's like you're shaking somebody's hand. You can also bend your knee and reach back with your hand. And when we straighten back out, come back to tabletop. And then you're going to do the other side. Once we feel balanced, we bring the other arm up. You can bend your knee, reach for your foot. We'll straighten it back out. Bring your hands down, and then you take child's pose. Okay, from our child's pose, we're going to take a pose called downward dog. So you come into tabletop, tuck your toes, and then lift your hips to downward dog. Take 3 breaths here. And then you're gonna bend your knees and come into down dog-ish or crouching dog. So now we're just like this. Your knees are bent and your elbows are bent. And then you'll walk your hands back and come all the way up to stand. And now you want to be at the back of your mat and you're going to make your treasure box here. So be at the back of your mat with your feet wide. And we're going to bring it up overhead. Same thing when we were sitting. We'll take a breath in and look up to the sky. And you'll bring it down really slow. Pretend like you were riding a wave. And then you bring it out and you almost make it to the beach, but not quite. We're going to go back in and up. And then all the way down. And this time you'll bend your knees and we come through frog pose. So with frog pose, bring your hands together. And then you'll lift one up, look up to the sky. And then the opposite hand. And then hands come to the ground. And this is called tiger crawl. You walk one hand out, then the other, then your knees, then one hand and the other, and you'll lower down. And then once you come down, you come into, we call this cobra. So this would be low cobra. This would be high cobra. If you bend your knees, that would be seal pose. And then we start to come back into downward dog. From down dog, go back into crouching dog. Walk your hands back. And you're going to stand all the way into Uttanasana. We call this a forward fold. And you're just breathing here. And then open up your arms and come all the way up. Hands come back together and all the way back down. And out. Bring it in and up. All the way to our back. And bend your knees a little bit. So now you have your hands on your back. And we can take a big upper body back bend. And then we come down, 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 back into frog. Take a couple hops, quiet hops. You want to land as quiet as you can. All the way to the top of your mat. And then we land right into half boat. Maybe you can straighten your legs. Keep holding, you can do it. Okay, and then we'll bend our knees, take a couple more rolls. Maybe this time you come into candlestick. You can take your legs apart. And then we're going to roll all the way back up. You'll find your frog pose. And then bring your hands down, come into plank pose. Hold your plank. And then you bring your knees down and go all the way down. And you come into cobra. Go down. Come into seal. And all the way back into your child's pose. Okay, you're going to come back up and take your feet around in front of you. Okay, and then take both knees to the right. Go to one side, and then you come into this pose. It's called 90-90. And from here, you can go into a pose called pigeon pose. You take the opposite leg and bring it straight back behind you. Taking a couple breaths. Okay, then you're gonna lean over and bring your back leg all the way around the front, and now we're stacked. Take your arms out, and you're gonna bring your arms together and take twisted arms, Gomukhasana. Okay, and then give yourself a hug and tell yourself, I love myself. Okay, release your arms, go to your top knee, slide down, place your hands in front of your foot, and you're gonna spin around. And the opposite leg should land on top, hopefully. And then bring your arms out, and this time you wanna make sure you bring the opposite arm on top for Gomukhasana. Take one more big breath in and out. Big hug for yourself. Tell yourself you're amazing. And we'll let go of the arms. Straighten out our legs. Give them a little shake out. And then you're going to bend your knees and reach your hands out. We're going to make our way all the way down to our yoga mat. Bring your knees into your chest. And then straighten your feet up towards the sky on your hands. And then you want your legs and your arms nice and soft. This is jellyfish. It's like you're floating in the water. Close your eyes and just feel the lightness in your body. And then finally bringing ourselves all the way down to the earth. Coming into Shavasana, bringing your hands to your heart, and just relaxing here. Starting to deepen our breath and wiggle our fingers and our toes. Deep breath in, reaching our hands back behind us. And bring your knees into your chest, give them a big hug. And then coming up to sitting. Bringing our hands to our heart. And thank you for joining me in a little yoga. The light of me shines with the light in all of you. Namaste.